Good afternoon, friends and family, everybody, and welcome to another rendition of Delete Laws. How is everybody? Can you guys do me a favor real quick? Just put into the comment section OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio, if you would, please. And then if you would also hit the like button. Just take 1 second. It'll just take a second. You just hit that like button. What's up, Playboy? So we're seeing this all over the country. Cops are pulling people over for your license plate light not working, or you didn't use a turn signal, or you know what? You didn't stop fast enough. And that's what's going on in our country right now. That you have made a grave error. You have made a grave error by simply driving. OTVO, put it in the comment section, everybody, if you would, please. All right, now let's get into a couple minutes of this, and then we're going to get into that dog story. That dog story, everybody. That dog story. Check this bad chicken out.
Very nice.
You think they asked why you pulled me over?
License registration, please. The reason I stopped you, you have no license plate lights on the vehicle.
Oh, no, it must have just burned out.
No license plate lights. That's what the cop pulled him over for. No license plate light. Did you hear it?
I stopped you, you have no license plate lights on the vehicle.
You have no license plate lights.
Me over?
License registration, please. The reason I stopped you, you have no license plate lights on the vehicle.
If that is a load of crap, please put a 1 in the chat. What a load of crap. You pulled me over. You don't have a light on your car. You can't shine a spotlight at my license plate. They've just created laws to pull us over. They've invented things.
Oh, no, it must have just burned out.
What you got in the back of this thing?
Don't answer that. You put your trifold in his face and you say, I plead the Fifth Amendment. You say those words exactly.
Not much. I think this is it.
Trying to find something.
You still live in Keene?
No.
Okay, he just told him, I don't live at the address on my license, which gives him reasonable articulable suspicion. With reasonable suspicion, what can they do? They can put you in torture cuffs. That's what can happen.
Concord?
Yes.
Pleasant Street?
You don't have to answer any of his dang questions. If you could please just say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, put it in the comment section. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I invoke the Fifth, and then you stop talking. You don't even have to say that much. Fifth Amendment. That's all you have to say. That's it. You have to say it, though. Fifth Amendment.
Guys, sleep in the back of this thing, or where you got the windows
Why would you answer that?
covered for? Any reason in particular?
I'm not interested in answering questions. I'm just trying to get home tonight.
Okay. How much weed you got in the vehicle?
Man, you know, if he had invoked the Fifth Amendment from the moment it started, he's asked him 15 questions.
I'm not interested in answering questions. I'm just trying to get home tonight.
That is not the words you say, my friend. You don't say those words. You say, I invoke the Fifth.
Be right back with you.
What are you talking about? His goal is to pull you over, arrest you, impound your car, and steal your money. B8, it was actually a license plate light that was out. Believe it or not. He should be recording with his phone. Why isn't he recording with his phone? Why isn't this man's phone out? That is so annoying to me. The phone should be out. It should be out. Why is his phone not out? Why is he not recording everything? Why is he not recording?
Did you just see him then and decide that's...
You bet.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see if the light is actually out.
It doesn't matter if it's out. He's
But even if it is, that was an odd question to ask.
You know that they fish, right?
Well, yeah, they shouldn't be able to do that.
You shouldn't be able to do what? Say whatever they want whenever they want.
Pretty much.
You didn't know that?
Of course I knew that, but it's still bullshit.
They can lie and it doesn't matter.
Liberty Blue is here.
It just makes me wonder what would bring him to that conclusion, if anything.
Let me go back and just so I'm talking over them. Let's listen to what they say here because I want to know what they say.
Shouldn't be able to do what? Say whatever they want whenever they want. You know that they fish, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit further. I was talking. So when you're sitting there, your phone should be out and you should be recording. Come on now. Truth of God knows this. Lenny knows this. Chuck Bronson has got 8 cameras set up in his bait car. He doesn't even have his phone out recording. What the heck is wrong with him? Guy must be a little bit put off. Either that or does he? You think he doesn't know? What do you do when you see a cop? You start recording him. Just say it. When you see a cop, you start recording him. So annoying.
Did you just see him then and decide that's...
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see if the light is actually out.
But even if it is an odd question to ask.
You know that they fish, right?
Well, yeah, they shouldn't be able to do that.
Shouldn't be able to do what? Say whatever they want whenever they want.
Pretty much.
You didn't know that?
Of course I knew that, but it's still bullshit.
They can lie and it doesn't matter.
It just makes me wonder what would bring him to that conclusion, if anything.
Is he recording? Is she recording? Is that what's happening here? So she's recording, correct? So she is recording. Is that correct? Am I? Yeah. So they are recording. One of them is recording. But if you're the driver, you record. Blair 2, what's going on? Liberty Blair 1. I covered this the other day, Chuck Robinson. He says no state is stopping at the state. He is correct. However, states that do label themselves stopping at the states, 2004 case of Liverpool versus Nevada Sixth Court. I identify as What do you want to say? There's no such thing as a stop line statement. Stop line civil versus Nevada 6th District Courts. It's a total infringement on our 14th right. It's sad. Oh, is this guy's name Garrett? You know this guy breaking the law? I can hear. Can you guys hear me? I'll pause this for 1 second. Let's just pause this real quick. Everybody, hello, everybody. Welcome to Delete Laws. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me today? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. You hear me, Josephine? You hear me, Utah Cop Watch? Rusty, you hear me? Okay, let me get my fugly face off of here so you guys can enjoy the rest of the video here. I'm happy to hear that Garrett is a active cop watcher. Oh, so when the video is playing, you can't hear me very well? Let me turn this up. Is that a little better, guys? Can you hear me better if I turn it up like that? Is that better? My volume was down a little bit. Got it. This video's from 2017, Breaking the Flaw. This video's from 2017. Thank you, Liberty. I just had to turn up my apparatus over here. I can turn up a little more even. Ms. Rains, it's nice to see you. Larcia, how are you? Angie B. Angie, I don't know if I shipped your 50-minute cop card yet. I think you just sent me your address. I hope I did. I'll double check. Everybody should be getting their cards and trifolds in the mail now. If you didn't get it by now, contact me.
How does it pull up your information? Have you ever been I don't think so.
I hate that when that cop's behind me. I can't stand it.
your information back. Give you a warning for the plate lights. Try to get them fixed, all right?
I'll definitely.
This thing's not full of weed, is it?
Dude. I would reply to him, "You're not full of shit, are you?" What the hell?
Give you a warning for the plate lights.
Oh, I gave you a warning for the plate light. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Try to get them fixed, all right?
I'll definitely.
This thing's not full of weed, is it?
No.
All right. Any other drugs besides weed in there?
As I said, I'm not interested in answering questions. I mean, I get that it's kind of your job to fish from people, like, for that sort of thing, but no thank you.
Well, I can clearly smell the weed, but I'm not worried about the weed. I'm more
Oh, but it sounds like you are, Piggy. It sounds like you are. It sounds like you are worried about the chemical in his car.
worried about if there's any other drugs.
Is this like an Operation Granite Hammer thing going
What's
on?
that?
Is this like an Operation Granite Hammer thing going on?
No. It's just my job to make sure that people aren't transporting large amounts of heroin through my town.
Gross and no.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. Okay? Drive safe, get those plate lights fixed.
So Operation Granite Hammer. All right. So let me jump on here for a moment. All right, let's do this. Let's give away 50 cards. I'm going to give away 50 Fifth Amendment cop cards today. I'm going to give away 50 of these bad chickens today. 50. Let's give away 50. Ha 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 ha. It's Christmas. You guys need these. You need this in your car. You got to have a Fifth Amendment cop card in your car, driver and non-driver. Anybody who gets anything from my website is getting the Fifth Amendment driver and card today. Go to DeleteLaws.com. It's spelled with a Z, DeleteLaws.com. Get yourself this fancy trifold where you, when the cop pulls you over, you say, "I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent." And that's all you say as you're recording. And then because you pick up anything from my website today, I'm also going to send you the Fifth Amendment cop card 100% for free immediately. And y'all know, we don't wait. We don't wait. We do it right away. Right away. Ship them to you. Go to the website, Delete Laws. Let me see if anybody, let me just check my back end real quick. Anybody ordered anything at all? I will send you the Fifth Amendment cop card today. Was it James? Okay, Charlie. That's good, bro. That's good. Yeah, grab that. Yeah, you probably want to get all that all dialed in over there, will you? And then, so, all right, let's watch this. Now, I want to show you guys another video, obviously, because the whole reason I made this video today is because I've been telling you guys for how long, how often do I tell you that jackboot thug pigs, how often do I tell you this? That if you get a canine copper, and this is the canine copper video. You see that? You see that? He slammed the dog down. I'll let the whole thing build up here. We'll go all the way from the beginning till the end. I'll open this bad chicken big so you can see it. But I just want to point something out here. Before we watch this video, are we allowed to watch a dog get picked up and get put on the ground? Because he doesn't like kill the dog. I wonder if YouTube will demonetize my video. Let me guess. Yes, they will. They demonetize all my videos now. I would say 75, 80% of 4 out of 5 videos, maybe more somewhere in there. 4 out of 5 of my videos are demonetized. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Daddy YouTube. Appreciate it so much. But what do I always tell you guys? That jackboot thug pigs who are canine pigs are the worst pigs there are because they abuse the animal so that it will be mean. You can't get a dog, which is man's best friend, to be the arseholes that the canine dogs are on, that are forced into working as slaves for the pigs. You can't get that dog. Most dogs, if you treat them nice, are amazing. I mean, my dog, Charlie, I can put his face right on my face. He won't bite me. He absolutely loves me. So I just don't understand. The only reason we want a canine dog on any sort of peace officer's force is to search and rescue for lost people. The war on chemicals has been an abysmal failure. Every time you see someone getting hemmed up and they're getting arrested for having chemicals in their car, you're not helping society. You're making it worse. You're going to charge them with a bunch of crimes. You're going to make their life worse. They're going to get out of the dungeon, or they're going to have to pay fees and fines. They can't keep up with all the costs. and then they're 3 steps behind in life, and you charge them with chemicals, and it did no good. It did no good. It did 0 good. You didn't save anybody's life. You didn't do anything good for anybody. You ruined our country, dude. That's what you did. If you're walking down the street and the cops walk up to you, the moment the cop walks up to you, you see what it says right there? The very first time the cop walks up to you, you start filming. It's a step-by-step process. Step 1, you see the cop. What do? You start filming. Step 2, cop approaches and says any words at all. I invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent. Step 4, cop says, let me see some ID. You say, with reasonable articulable suspicion? Okay, fine. I plead the Amendment. I identify as good citizen. That's what should have happened in this video. It's not what happened. It's not what happened. And look how scared the coppers are. Look how scared the coppers are. So terrified. Listen, these don't do me any good sitting in a box in my office. They do me no good. You purchase anything from my website, I'll send this to you for free, the driver and non-driver. I don't want these. I don't want them. I got to break even at least. So if you get the $9 item, then we can do something. These are $30. I spent $6,000 on these. So you could have it in your wallet. You're only going to use it once or twice a year, but then you got it. You got it from me. Every step on here was written by a constitutional law scholar. This is all I do. I'm telling you, this is it. This is it. So get in there and get yourself a 5th Amendment cop card. Let's check this out. Let's get into this. Let's watch how these, and let me give the credit first to these, to Riverside Accountability over here. Let me subscribe to the channel. I already hit the like button. 181,000. Riverside, man, you're doing good, bro. 181,000, 49,000 views, one stream, one day. Comment for the algorithm. Love your work. Thank you. Team DLZ rolling through. Make sure you guys get over here. I'm going to drop the link for this video in the comments right here so you guys can always drop a comment, always drop a like. I just shared the video with 300 people. So everybody, make sure you get over here and like this guy's video. Good job, Riverside County, Riverside Cop Watch, Riverside County Sheriff, Riverside County Accountability down here.
So you don't need to point your gun at me. My hands are right here in front of me.
They rolled up on an auditor who has 181,000 subscribers. And I mean, if you have 181,000 subscribers, you are a known auditor. People know you from California to New York to Florida to California. They know you all, are Alaska to Hawaii. Everybody knows who this guy is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. They rolled up on him with guns drawn. Let's see what the situation is here. Let me see if I can try to figure out what's going on. So these pigs already know that this guy's an auditor. He's an activist.
So you don't need to point your gun at me. My hands are right here in front of me. You can see them. That's not a gun. It's not a gun. It's not a gun. Hold on. I'm not about to let this fall. It's a taser. It's not a gun.
Why do you have a taser on you, bro? For self-protection. Why do you think he has a taser? For self-protection, you dunce cap.
What do you mean I'm allowed to carry a taser?
Put your hands up in the air, bro. Shut your pie hole, pig. My hands aren't going up in the air. You're not my daddy.
Hold on. I don't want this to fall. It's going to fall, man. What's up? I already told him it's a taser. Why would
No. What is the deal?
I take the backpack off? Why do I need
Take the backpack off? My Lord, this is just absolute tyranny. What a load of shit.
to take the backpack off?
I don't care what you're telling me, bro. Got you, Terry. Terry M. Gotcha. Okay, so here comes the... What do I always say? I'm going to jump in here for a minute. Okay? I've been telling you guys since I came on to YouTube's over 2 years ago, I've been telling you canine coppers are the most sadistic, twisted pigs that we've ever see in our country. They enjoy being abusive. They enjoy watching a dog attack you. This pig right here, he abuses that animal regularly. I've said this. I asked my editor to find all the places that I say canine cops are abusive, canine cops are the worst, canine cops are sadistic. So I'm going to put together a full compilation of how many times I've warned you, when you see a canine pig, that pig is an evil demon. He's evil. He's looking to hurt you. He's looking to shoot you. He is looking to cause you pain. And if he can't cause you pain, he'll abuse the animal. He loves beating the dog. Watch. So the dog is used to being in an attack mode because they abuse it. They put on this fake arm. Now watch.
Why are you detaining me?
Look what he did. He's picking up that.
No.
What the hell are you? Okay, you guys know how I do it here. I go super slow-mo here. I'm going to kill the volume here. So canine dog's coming up. Okay, canine dog's coming up. Okay, so the dog's super excited. This man right here, take a look at his face. He abuses animals. That's what he does. So he's been abusing that dog to make it mean, because most dogs are very loving and warm. The dog wants to go in and bite somebody. He's trained that if he bites somebody, he gets... So he takes a slight little nip. You see that? He takes a slight little nip at the guy's wrist. My dog gnaws on my wrists and my hands all the time. So he takes a little bite at him, and this guy does what he normally does to the dog. He abuses it. He does what he normally does to that dog. He abuses animals. That's what canine cops do. Because look, it's an instinct. Look at him. He's looking at what he considers the perpetrator or suspect, but he doesn't hesitate. There's no hesitation. Soon as he feels the dog slightly nicks him right there, he's already lifting the dog up to slam it, because he does this all the time. He does this on the regular. Look what he does. He slams the dog down. Look what he does. Oh my God. Would you do? I would. Oh my God. I get mad at my dog. I want to kick him across the room. I bite down hard. And then I go, wait a minute. My dog's 10 pounds. You can't. I mean, if I did this to my dog, he'd be dead. He's lifting the dog up. The dog is now airborne. Now the dog is 4 feet up in the air. So wrong. So wrong. Jackboot thug pig. And then, oh my God, you can't love your animal and do that. He doesn't love dogs. He loves abuse. You piece of garbage pig. You piece of garbage. How could you? And he's just, it's natural reflex for him. What does he do? He abuses animals. That's what he does. He loves it. He loves it. He loves it. And look, he's used to jostling and abusing the animal. Look, he's used to it. He punches him in the face right there. Watch this canine pig punch his animal. Look at that. Look at that. He's got no acetol. He's got that syndrome, no acetol. I have the same syndrome, so I can't really make fun of him. But he's got no acetol. So he was mad the dog bit him, and now you figure you just want to reprimand the dog, but nope, he punches the dog in the face. You piece of shit, son of a bitch. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. There's a special place in hell for you, bro. Dogs are man's best friend. It's a loving, warm, amazing animal, but he's created this adversarial relationship with the dog just so that the dog will be mean and beat and bite people. That was his whole goal. And then, is there any reprimand? Did they say anything at all to this piggy? Nope. The cop over here didn't even notice. Watch. Let me go back in full motion here.
Why are you detaining me? There's no need for you to detain me.
You piece of shit. You piece of shit. You dirty piece of shit. I mean, really. I mean, I'm talking really. You tell you what. I can't wrestle every pig. You know what I'm saying? I'm 49 years old. The physical stuff has to come. I still train, but doesn't mean I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Would I like to grab that jackboot thug pig? I'd like to grab that jackboot thug pig. I'd like to grab him by the scruff, pick him up, slam him into the ground, then walk him back to the car and punch him in the face. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like for him to. I just automatically think to myself, where's my dog at? Where's my dog? Where is my dog? Let's watch it in entirety without me talking over it and interrupting it. Let's just watch this transaction happen. So first of all, they know who the auditor is. I'll shut up. Let's just watch.
Hands are right here in front of me. You can see them. That's not a gun. It's not a gun. It's not a gun. Hold on. I'm not about to let this fall. It's a taser. It's not a gun.
Whoa, why you got a taser on you like that?
What do you mean I'm allowed to carry a taser?
Wait, put your hands up in the air, bro.
Hold on. I don't want this to fall. It's going to fall, man. What's up? I already told him it's a taser.
Take that backpack off.
Why would I take the backpack off?
Take the backpack off.
Why do I need to take the backpack
I'm
off?
telling you to take the backpack off. Keep your hands up. Turn around. Walk back. Hands on your head.
Why are you detaining me? There's no need for you to detain me.
What a piece of shit, dude. Seriously. Oh, is that right? Is that right? Let me just recognize this comment real quick. Was that 951? Someone said that? 951 News Now? So come to the protest Saturday in Riverside. The local citizens are pissed. Dude, I love it. I wish I could come. I've got to get Constitutional Law Scholar off the ground. So I've got to present it. I remember I started talking about it in December of last year. It's December now. So that's how many things have happened in between. I'm very typically at a loss for words, but I couldn't even imagine picking up my dog and body slamming him that way. Listen, my goal is to give away 50 of these today. So that means you guys got to get something from my store. One thing. I don't care what it is. Anything at all. Get the $9 digital trifold. I want to give 50 of these away. I'm going to mail these out to 50 people. Go to the store, order anything, and I'll send you the Fifth Amendment cop card in the mail. I got hundreds of them. They don't do any good sitting in a box right here. Everybody should have this trifold in their car. You should be invoking your Fifth Amendment right. See, I do a little promo when I feel like I'm going to boil over and scream. Instead, I just focus on doing a promo real quick. Let me do a promo. Let's get the Fifth Amendment cop card out there. Let's get the trifold out there. Because I literally feel like I want to explode right now. Like watching this happen, I don't understand how this is cool. A 951 News Now, shoot me an email if you would, please, with your contact information.
What's that?
Yeah, he's over there checking my stuff. I was checking my stuff.
Okay.
He's a known activist. He's got 181,000 subscribers. I don't know what the hell is going on. What the hell? Wanda Mies is missing, huh? Soy Leal. What's going on, Soy? Lenny. B8 is here. Nice to see everybody. Yeah, 951 News Now. I would love to get your contact. I go out to California all the time. I'm back in Nevada now, but I'll be heading back to Cali real quick here. So what are they talking about here? Oh, does he really? News Now Ninja's in here. What's going on with the Ninja Warrior? Who does live audits every day? News Now Ninja's here. He's an activist, everybody. Get over there and watch his channel. He does live audits every day. Top Rock's here. Oh, Riverside does? Oh, cool. Let me check out his channel real quick.
Do you have any kind of identification or anything like that?
What happened there? It just froze? It just froze. Wow, is that right?
And then, hey, guy went to bed, and I'm like,
Yeah, I'll be right in a second.
Let me get your business card, man. And yours as well. You're the one that pulled the gun out of me.
yeah, you got this 587.
No, let me get your business card, man.
Here's his link, everybody. Here's the link to his channel. I just put that in the chat. Everybody get over there, subscribe to this man's channel.
If you have any questions on it, that incident number has all of this attached to it.
All right, so I'm gonna.
If you need my ID, it's 5874.
So I'm gonna treat this just like as if like a traffic stop, like we pull over a car that we think it has like no license plates on it, and we put the license plates on it. Dude. So you got detained because residents or the business shop over here called. I tried to gun on you. So I came over here, detained to make sure it's gonna go.
Man, he's cool with being detained.
Exactly. I didn't need to identify.
Huh?
You kept on asking for my ID, but I don't need to identify.
Can I not just ask every citizen for their ID?
Yeah, you can ask, but you kept on going, and you said that I have to. Because I'm being detained, man. Oh, man.
I said you were smart, and I said, what are you being detained?
Here goes the cop explaining why he had to be detained, why they had to pull their guns out, why they had to put him in torture cuffs. It's such bullshit, y'all.
I said it's suspicion of misdemeanor or felony. You said it's a misdemeanor. No, it's not. It's neither.
I said at first we detained you because we thought you had a weapon on you. And carrying an open carry, right? Would be considered a what? Or what type of a crime?
A felony, right?
No, misdemeanor.
Okay.
So that's why I
see?
told you misdemeanor.
Okay, well, I mean, I know that I'm not carrying a gun, so
You know that. We don't
I don't
know
need
that.
to.
Yeah, now you're arguing with me, and I'm telling you that now I've determined that there is no crime, so I don't have to ID you. I don't have to run you. The only asking if you want probation or parole, and do you legally have to tell me that?
No.
No, bro, you're full
if
of
I'm on
shit.
probation or parole,
You
but
do,
I don't.
Exactly. So when I say if you're on probation or parole, you legally have to tell me yes or no. So you told me no, correct. So now I'm going to give you my name and ID number, and I'm saying you're free to go. You don't have to provide me your name. You don't have to give me anything like that because you haven't done anything illegal. We come and make sure you have a gun on you. We're going to go talk to the people that call the police on you because now by them calling.
No. Let me explain the law to you. Okay. The 1979 case of Delaware versus Prowse. Delaware versus Prowse is going to be based on, can they stop you for what are the facts of the case? A Delaware patrolman stopped William Prowse's car to make a routine check on his driver's license and vehicle registration. They don't get to just stop you because you have a firearm. You have a Second Amendment right to carry the firearm. The officer had not observed any traffic violations or suspicious conduct on the part of Prowse. After stopping the car, the officer uncovered Mary Jane. Mary Jane was later used to indict Prowse. Did the officer's search of Prowse's automobile constitute an unreasonable search and seizure under the Fourth Amendment? Remember, they just stopped him and seized him and detained him, saying that they had a right to detain him, but they didn't. They absolutely did not. And then, of course, who dissents? The most conservative person on the court. Conservatives screw us at the Supreme Court. Just remember that. So, did the officer's search of Prowse's automobile constitute unreasonable search and seizure? Yes. In an 8-1 decision, the court held that the privacy interest of travelers outweighs the state interest in discretionary spot checks of automobiles. The same thing applies for the Second Amendment. You don't get to spot check people to see if maybe because someone called. The court found that random checks only marginally contribute to roadway safety and compliance with registration requirements. Less intrusive means could be used to serve the same ends. Officers must be held to a probable cause standard. There was no probable cause to search him. Otherwise, individuals would be subject to unfettered government intrusion each time they entered an automobile or carried a firearm. And that's Delaware versus Prowse 19. Of course, it comes right back to where he body slams his body. Piece
No
of shit.
need for you guys to detain me. I haven't broken any. I know I haven't.
Exactly. So,
But
yes.
so there was no need for you guys to fucking even put me in cuffs.
You long enough to determine that you did not.
You guys can just they knew. Oh, it's a taser. They didn't even before they even put me in cuffs. He's like, oh, it's a taser.
So,
Yes,
we come
I have it on
out-
camera, man.
we come out here, and as soon as we detain you, we
Okay,
confirm that.
we're done. That's why we detained you. We're done. If you want his information, it's on.
What's your badge number?
3337.
So where does that term detainment come from? It comes from Terry versus Ohio. They would never be able to grab you and lock you in torture chains if there wasn't Terry versus Ohio. Just remember that.
Ramirez 4893. Let's call him before we
See, and he thinks that he's justified. He thinks he's a good person. He goes home thinking he's a good guy.
No, you're
Okay, we're
dismissed.
good. Thank you. Have a good day.
You're dismissed. This guy's the supervisor right here. This guy's the asshole.
Yep. The
Right here, Acosta.
the longer they've been on the job, the bigger a-hole they are. That's a fact. Riverside County
Piece of shit.
Riverside County accountability is
This is how
in
you
the
train your
room.
officers? They learned it from you, huh?
Yes, they
Make
did.
sure you put on your seatbelt.
What's up, fam? We're going to check out another one of your videos right now, Riverside.
You're not gonna run me over.
No, that's an unlawful order.
I don't need to get away from your car. I don't need to get away
No,
from your car. You can keep going.
exactly, Riverside County accountability. Exactly, brother.
You can keep going. You can turn your wheel to the left. You can turn your wheel to the left and go. I'm not impeding you.
It's all ego. It's all ego. You see him smacking his
Turn your
gum?
wheel to the left. You can turn your wheel to the left and go.
There goes the gum smack.
I'm not impeding you.
I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Kick rocks. Kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Kick rocks. Kick rocks.
Oh, it looks like he pulled away just fine. He just wanted to give him a directive for no good reason.
You guys feel better? You feel better now? Fucking crybabies. Expect what? You expected them to arrest me, but they didn't do shit. You're a fucking idiot, bro. You're a fucking idiot. You recording me? You recording? Pussy, dog. Pussy. Pussy. Get the fuck back to work.
Beta males for sure. Pieces of shit.
Can't even read the comments right now, you guys. It's frozen.
So now the coppers run up to the Kevins and Karens and are best friends with them. Get the flock out of here. Go.
Comments are popping up.
Go have
What
a
the
ham
hell?
sandwich.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna end this one and start a new one. So the comments.
So this is another one of Riverside accountability here. Riverside County accountability. As usual, every time you watch one of my videos or an activist videos, you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, and then you pop right down here and you say, yo, algorithm, love your work. Thank you, sir. There it is. That comment tells the YouTube algorithm that you appreciate and you like what you're seeing. So we're going to promote them. Everybody get over here. Team DLZ. Rolling through. My OCD will not allow me to leave it that way. Let's check out the second one. This is his most popular video. Let's see what we got here.
Good. A Riverside agency passes by through here, so this is
Those Fourth Amendment
Riverside.
violations, and they happen, man.
Yep.
Let's meet the man here. Let's meet Mr. Riverside County Accountability.
But yeah, he called the cops saying that I have a gun.
Oh, this is the guy that called the cops and said you had a gun?
Yes.
Good to meet you, Riverside Accountability.
You guys know
This guy has
protection.
he doesn't have it.
They rolled up on that dude and pulled guns out on him. Like he's not a known activist. So stupid. All those pigs knew who he was already. All those pigs knew. You can always tell a rookie when they come out with their camera. They're just holding it. Anytime, Riverside, bro.
So are we invited or what?
It's amazing in 2023
Oh, we're recording everything, man.
that people don't get that you can record them anytime you want.
He invited us.
You can record them anytime you want. Okay, so here's where the confrontation is going to go down. Let's hear what Riverside's going to say, and then we'll come back. So they've had some words here. It's 24 minutes in. I'm going to drop this link again.
We got Slow County Observer, you guys. In the house.
Let's go, everybody.
There's his
Hell
link,
yeah.
y'all.
Whew.
Kinda
Base
wanna
and Truth.
explore,
What's
man.
going on,
Wanna keep
Base?
going, or
Let's
what?
go. All right, you guys. We're gonna keep it going, but I'll keep you guys on.
Of
Just in
course.
case anything happens. Well, there's no shade over there either, so I'll just wait right here for a little bit, and if anything cracks, then I'll be heading that
Exactly.
way.
Terry M., you got the cop card coming in the mail. Just Terry so far. Just Terry.
We got the cops here. Good thing I didn't go.
Next 3 people. And Riverside, shoot me an email. Shoot me an email, dude. I'll send you my trifold, and I'll send you the Fifth Amendment driver and non-driver cop card for free. That's for Riverside County Accountability. Shoot me your email with your full mailing address, full name, and email address, and I will, well, I'm going to get your email, and then I will send you a Fifth Amendment cop card non-driver. This is the one you want. For Riverside Accountability, especially when the cops come up and say, hey, let me see some ID, you show them number 4. They say, let me see some ID. You go, sure, no problem. Number 4 right here for you, copper. Cop says, let me see some ID. You're just filming like you do, Riverside County Accountability. Cop says, let me see some ID. Can I get my card out of my wallet? I don't want to get shot. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, cool. You want to see my ID? It's number 4. It's number 4 on the Fifth Amendment non-driver cop card. Cop demands ID, says he has RAS. Well, what I do is in the yellow. While filming, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. No IDs required. The law is in the navy blue. You know, the pigs like that thin blue stripe. So I put the thin blue stripe right here on this card. Hibble versus Nevada. With reasonable articulable suspicion, citizen must state how they identify. Do not give ID without probable cause. You have this card in your pocket for this one moment. And this is a credit card. This is just like a hotel key, like your Visa card. This doesn't wear out. This is the non-driver card. I also have the driver card if you're driving a car. Step-by-step tutorial. What do? You see a cop. You cite the cop. You start filming and you say, I invoke my First Amendment right. First Amendment to film cops is upheld by the 2017 case of Turner versus Driver. Number 2, cop approaches and states alleged infraction or questions you while filming. Give cop all required legal docs. State, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You already invoked your first. And then in the blue, it says Fifth Amendment is unequivocal. Cop loses qualified immunity for questioning you. I gave you a step-by-step tutorial. What is the key to the entire step-by-step tutorial? Your camera backing you up. Riverside Accountability's got it down. He's always rolling. When you see a jackboot thug pig, your camera's out. You're filming that jackboot thug pig. Don't trust them. They're the enemy. They're the enemy of liberty, the enemy of freedom. They want to arrest you. Look what they did to Riverside. They put him in torture cuffs knowing he's a known activist, that he's filmed dozens of their colleagues. Fellow demons. I give this away for free with any purchase. I'm going to give it to Riverside County Accountability for free. And my trifold as well, Riverside. Shoot me that email, brother. Everybody else, pick up one thing from my website. I'll send you both of these cards for free. There's 50 people in here will tell you that's exactly what I do. You order one thing from my website. Make sure your address is correct. I then peel your address off there as soon as this live is over, and I mail you both these cards. You mail them out today. They'll be there by Tuesday or Wednesday next week. You got to have this on you, especially Riverside County Accountability. That's why I'm going to give Barbara Budden got hers. I know that for a fact. I think I've sent off a couple to Barbara Budden. Barbara Budden, you got to have the Fifth Amendment cop card in your wallet. You have to have it, especially if you're not an activist, if you're not Riverside County Accountability. Now, here's the interaction with the pigs. Notice the pigs pull up.
Sheriffs. We got sheriffs here.
Oh, sheriff pigs. Good to see you, Michelle. No problem, Riverside. Hit me when you can, man.
How's it going?
Right
I
on.
don't know. I didn't call. I think they called in there.
Do you have any ID on you?
Why would I need to provide that?
Because they called saying that there was a person who was make sure that you are allowed to carry that gun.
Oh, I'm allowed to, but I haven't broken a law, so I don't feel like I need to ID.
Do you mind giving me your ID so I can verify that?
Oh, no. I don't want to give you my ID.
Well, it's for my safety and everybody else's. If they're concerned.
Yeah, but I haven't broken the law, so I don't.
understand, man.
Yeah.
I understand that you haven't broken any law, but I'm trying to make sure everybody's safe. and
Yeah,
everybody's
you could
safe.
do that. You could do that
Like,
without getting my ID.
I need a form of identification so I can make sure. I mean,
That's
do
not
you
how it
have any
works.
paperwork that says you have a CCW that you can carry that firearm?
It's not a firearm.
Well, to me.
Well, you can verify it's not a
To
firearm.
me, it's a firearm. They all know who this guy is. It's Riverside Sheriff Pigs, and they're in Riverside. The name of his channel is Riverside County Accountability. They know who he is. They know he carries a taser. This is such BS. There are notes on the screen of the pigs' cars. So frustrating. They're lying.
There it is. So I haven't broken the law, so I don't need to identify.
They're lying.
I do mind. I do mind. Yeah, I do mind. I do.
Is that your partner over there?
I don't know.
You don't know him? What's your name?
Alarcia's
Oh, I
got it.
didn't give that.
What's that?
I didn't give that.
You're not gonna give me your name?
No, you can call me good citizen.
Well, like I said, the business people that are working there, I'm not sure if it's the owner, employees are just concerned.
Okay.
Because they didn't know there was a gun.
Well, you can let them know. You can let them know that you verified what it is, and
Do you mind if I pat you down and make sure you don't have any?
I do mind. Yeah, I do mind. Because I haven't broken the law. I haven't done anything illegal, so you have no reason to.
Make sure everyone's safe.
Yeah, you can do that without patting me down.
But like I said, I don't know if you have any other workers on you. I'm
Okay.
just here responding to a call. The people are concerned. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you before.
Yeah.
So I need to verify for my safety and everybody
No,
else's
you
safety.
don't. You don't need to verify. I mean, if you want to violate my rights,
I'm
then
not violating anything.
then you could call your supervisor.
So there's something important you guys got to understand here, and this is why the rallying call on this channel is always about Terry versus Ohio and Riverside County Accountability. Ali Baba, bro, you're putting in the work. Love what you're doing, man. There's just a caveat here that we have to understand. If this jackboot thug pig wants to put her hands on him and pat him down for weapons, we don't get the choice. We don't get to deny it. We can say we don't agree to searches and seizures, but because of the 1968 holding of Terry versus Ohio, they can put their hands on us and pat us down for weapons. The moment she says, listen to the words here carefully.
I'm not concerned. Any other workers on you.
Okay.
I'm just here responding to a call. The people are concerned. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you before.
Yeah.
So I need to verify for my safety and everybody
No,
else's
you
safety.
don't. You don't.
Okay. She said, we received a call. I need to verify for my safety. I don't know who you are. That's what they always say, because if they don't know who you are, well, then you must be a threat. This is why Terry versus Ohio has to go. They can walk up to you and say, for my safety, I'm going to grab you. That's Terry versus Ohio. And for years, uneducated people on YouTube, there's people who I'm not going to name their names, have been running around YouTube with 500,000 subscribers saying qualified immunity, qualified immunity. The cop can't walk up to you and say, for my safety, I'm going to invoke qualified immunity. The cop can walk up to you and say, for my safety, I'm going to pat you down for weapons. You can say you don't agree to it. I say I don't agree to it. I pull up my shirt and I show them I don't got any weapons. They can still grab you and even put you in torture cuffs based on officer safety. I just want you guys to know that. So Riverside's doing the best he can to stave off a pig. But the law that the black robe tyrants have passed against us, the policies they've created against us, is the reason why we have to make the Supreme Court electable. Every 10 years, they can be impeached by simply I don't know. There's going to be details to work out. But they can touch you the moment they see you. You can't even argue with it. Now, she's not going to do it because she's a scared little pigtail. She's afraid that her by herself can't walk up and pat him down because he's going to do a Fu Manchu ninja move and grab her taser off of her. But you absolutely have no expectation of physical privacy because they can walk up. I mean, why do you think it says all on my shirts, overturn Terry versus Ohio? I just wanted you guys to know the facts. And then someone caught it earlier. That's going to be the Texas two-step earlier. Someone said the first video we watched, remember he said, I'm just going to give you a warning. And then he said, there's not like a bunch of Mary Jane in here, is there? That's from the 1996 case of Ohio versus Robinette. It is 96. I just double checked real quick. And I'll read the Ohio case, the Ohio versus Robinette in just 1 second. Let's watch a little bit more of Riverside County here.
I need to verify. I mean, if you want to violate my rights, then you could.
She's actually correct. It's not a violation of your rights because of Terry versus Ohio.
Call your supervisor. Yeah. Am I being detained? Thank you.
So Riverside County accountability, you have to say the words, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Those words have to be said because of the 2013 case of Salinas versus Texas. I've covered it. Brian from Here's the Deal's covered it.
Yeah.
The DUI guys covered it. You have to say the actual words, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And Riverside accountability, I'm glad you're here. They literally cannot ask you another question. And if they do, and it's on camera, you can file a federal civil rights lawsuit against them. I got you, Freddie. I'm going to send you those Fifth Amendment cop cards.
Watch this. Can I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, my name's on my list.
What's that? I can't read it. How do you pronounce that? Bassero? And your badge number?
5782.
5782.
So now I identify myself. Would you mind giving me your name? Or
I do mind. I do mind. You know,
You
it's
understand?
policy that you have to identify. I don't.
Yeah, that's why my name is on my vest.
Yeah, I know. So I don't have to identify.
On one vehicle. Well, so you know who I am.
Yeah.
So, but I need to
Yeah, I know because you told me now. Yeah.
I need to make sure everybody's okay and safe. So I need to identify you. So, can you tell me your first name?
No, I cannot. You know that's not how it works. If I haven't committed a crime, if I haven't broken the law, I don't need to identify. I wouldn't be walking around with a weapon if I didn't have permission.
If they don't know if it could be a gun, because that looks like a gun for farm.
Well, you verified that it's not.
Oh, what a load of poop in her pants. That's bullshit. It's not a gun. He's not walking around with a gun. That is so stupid. If he did, he would be showing it.
Not so. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Redneck, good old Jeff with 2 F's. Redneckzilla. Yeah, the officer safety from Terry versus Ohio trumps your constitutional rights. Yes, it does. Unisex ordered a trifold. Right on, my brother. Let me read the orders. Let me tell you who I'm sending free Fifth Amendment cop cards off to. Look how many cops they got there. It's so ridiculous. Need one person in a decentralized hub with a drone. So ridiculously stupid. Jody, I got your order. I'm sending you a free Fifth Amendment cop card. Mark, I got your order. Free Fifth Amendment cop card. Gerald, I got your order. Free Fifth Amendment cop card. Terry, I got your order. Free Fifth Amendment cop card. Email me if you guys need one for free too. I'm going to make sure that I send you guys one for free as well if you need one.
They got animal control out here too?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's jump in. We're going to come right back to this video real quick. You guys saw the video. If you were here when the video started, I showed a guy get pulled over and they gave him a warning. And then they started asking him a bunch of questions about chemicals in his car. That's the 1996 case of Ohio versus Robinette, which just recently, this was struck down, by the way. There's a new case. I'll give you the case law in a second. After stopping Robinette for speeding, an Ohio deputy warned him, returned to his license, and asked him if he had any illegal contraband weapons or chemicals in his car. Robinette answered no, but after agreeing to have his car searched, the officer found some Mary Jane and some sort of chemical. On appeal from the Ohio Court of Appeals, reversed of his lower court conviction for possession of a substance, the Ohio Supreme Court affirmed that it was reversed. The Supreme Court then granted certiorari. And so by ideology, once again, a liberal on the left, he dissented, but the conservatives always go against us. Does the Fourth Amendment protection against illegal search and seizure require that a lawfully detained defendant be told he's free to go before he can have said to voluntarily agree to any subsequent search? The answer is no. Now, both the Ohio Appellate Court and the Ohio Supreme Court confirmed that that's illegal, that you are taking advantage of having someone pulled over. They think that they have to comply to your search. But of course, when it gets to the Supreme Court, they screw us time. And after establishing its federal jurisdiction, despite a claim of the matter involved in the aspects of Ohio's Constitution, right? Ohio State Constitution says you can't do that. The court held that when looking at the totality of circumstances, that's the 1981 case of Cortez versus United States, it may be reasonably concluded that if a defendant consents to be searched, even if it's not first advised that he's free to go, then ensuing search will be recognized as voluntary. The court also added that Robinette's arrest on chemical possession was lawful, even though the arresting officer did not stop him on the initial suspicion of the chemical possession, nor intended to issue him a speeding ticket. So when it gets to the Supreme Court, they can do whatever the hell they want to us. Just absolutely ridiculous. Right back to where we were here.
Oh, got animal control out here too?
Yeah, I don't know.
Golden State fans over here. Good to see this. King Charles is in here.
See what's up?
She tried to get my ID hard, dude.
Oh, for real?
Hard.
Yeah, Postal put his hands on me.
Postal.
Postal went postal.
Right on.
Come on, man.
Without my consent.
Hey, put your seatbelt on. Seatbelt.
So I think this was 951 audits.
I got it on video. Put your seatbelt on. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you don't identify. That's how you put them in their place real quick. You didn't have to use any vulgar language or nothing like that, but put them right in their place or put her in her place.
Sometimes I mother F them, to be honest. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I give them the mother effer.
Say, she was trying to get my ID hard.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's what, half hour?
Yeah.
5 minutes, half hour? For a person with a gun.
So I heard something here, and I want to
vulgar language or nothing like that.
I want to address this real quick for the auditors who are watching.
She tried to get my ID hard, dude.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because they add it to a database that's now being run by artificial intelligence, so they can track all of us like we're ants.
Hard.
Yeah, Postal put his hands on me.
Okay, so he says Postal put his hands on me. Okay, let's talk about that for a moment. When can a cop touch you? When can a cop put his hands on you? What's the answer? I'm looking for it in the comment section. Good to see you, Jim. Thanks for coming. Dave, good to see you. When can a cop grab you? Tell me when that is. I want to see if I know Team DLZ, the people who come here every day. I know they know the answer. When can a cop put his hands on you? When is that appropriate? When is that legal? Chevy got it. Chevy got it already. Anytime they want. How come the cops can put their hands on you anytime they want? What's the answer? No, the cop can put his hands on you the moment they see you. The cop can see you in a car from across the street and 500 yards away, drive over to you, jump out of the car and grab you. How come they can do it? There it is. Joy got it. Terry versus Ohio. In the name of officer safety, they saw Riverside County accountability, and he had a handle on the side of his, for my safety now, I get to come into your life and grab you and put you in torture cuffs. So I just want you guys to understand that. I'm just addressing what the gentleman in the video said.
Dude,
Oh, for real?
hard.
Yeah, Postal put his hands on me.
Postal can put his hands on you whenever he wants because the Supreme Court said. And who's the Supreme Court? 9 unelected monarchs that have nothing in common with you and me. Absolutely nothing.
Postal.
Postal went postal
Postal and postal.
Come on, man.
without my consent.
Hey, put your seatbelt on. Seatbelt.
Ticket or ticket?
I got it on video. Put your seatbelt on.
Okay, so you guys saw yesterday that I went to the pig shack in McFarland, California. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys saw the audit that I did yesterday. Riverside County accountability. I'm coming back. I actually saw another one of your videos that I'm going to show after this because I addressed something in this video. Now, this video hasn't been edited. This is raw footage. I'm just going to show it to you guys. I'm actually going to put a video together with the McFarland audit plus this video to show you guys the full progression. But Team DLZ, people who come here every day and have seen it, let me show you what happened yesterday now I can't show you both camera angles. I wish I could. I'll show you one after the next. So I'll show you the first one, what I said, and then I'll show you their reactions. So check this out. This was at the city council meeting yesterday in McFarland, California. Let me see what you guys can see. Let me open this bad chicken big. And I had 2 minutes to speak, and so I took advantage of it. I'm standing in front of a board of 8 people. I got a haircut since yes. I'm pointing the camera at them. Oh, there's 1 second. 1 second. There's no audio. Is that right? Oh, so sorry about that. All right, we're going to watch this one from Riverside because I addressed this right here. I addressed this, and so I want to show you guys this. I'm going to show you a few minutes of this video, and then I'll fix the volume on this other one. But I want you guys to see this video that Riverside County accountability, because I address what he's talking about with the McFarland, another pepper spray incident. What's wrong with people? Well,
He's still right here. He's an employee here at the bus yard. This other guy, we don't know who it is. He has a camera.
Can't hear what she's saying right here.
Yes, I'm right here in the city of Norco. Some guy just attacked me, so I pepper sprayed him. And I am at...
So Riverside County Accountability had to pepper spray somebody. That sucks.
What up, everybody?
Is the sound back on?
He said, "See what you caused, you little bastard," because his wife's crying. And he has to go to the, he's going inside the ambulance.
So,
This is Norco School District. He just couldn't keep his hands to himself. I mean, I'm not out here to look, to pepper spray anybody. If he would have kept his hands to himself, it would have been cool. That's what he should have done. Kept his hand to himself, and then if he feels worried, call the police. But instead, he decides to go ahead and grab my equipment and walk towards me.
it's not shocking at all, my friend. It's pretty normal. Okay, here comes the pigs now. Now we know what happened, so let's jump ahead. We know that this guy tried to assault Riverside County Accountability, and so he pepper sprayed him.
And then I'm gonna send you that link
Okay,
via the Axon app, and then if you could upload that video
that's fine.
as soon.
That's fine.
Any questions?
You have my number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no.
I wish I could bring Riverside Accountability on. I'd like to hear his side of this story so I could get it clear.
That's fine. A lot of people are saying she's cute.
Are they?
A lot of people are saying she's cute. What's her Instagram? She's a babe.
Not interested. Not interested.
All right.
Can you copy that keymate?
That's fine.
But
Yeah.
I would suggest you don't go and talk to
Yeah.
them.
Don't go to meth, bro.
Until you call the issue.
Don't go to meth and
That's
rob
fine.
me. All right. Sorry about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a man, flesh and bone. I find women attractive. I think women can do all kinds of amazing jobs that I can't do. I have no problem with women being in positions of power or the owner or the proprietor of a business. I don't have any problem with women CEOs. I have a problem with women being physically in charge of men. And that's my issue. I've worked for women. My first job, I worked for a woman. Worked for a woman in 2014. I have no problem with women. I just don't think women should be in this kind of role. This is ridiculous.
Goes the other way too.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
Just go home. Get out of here.
It's just silly. It just causes the wrong.
Did you guys leave?
Yeah,
I am.
that would be a suggestion.
Yeah. Well, I'm not aggressive.
Last time we had a very cordial interaction.
Exactly.
No problem. We did some education, and now
Exactly. It's an education all around. People watching, the people here. Next time they're not gonna do that.
I got you.
Can't really blame him for macing him. I mean, if he attacked him, you can't fight people. If you punch somebody, if I punch somebody out, I go to jail. That's
What
not.
does a can of pepper spray? It's $15.
It's not fair to me that I go to jail because someone attacked me.
And then there's gonna be people with other channels that are gonna be like, "Oh, he didn't approach you. He didn't touch you. You're a pussy." There's always those people talking shit.
Yeah, Barbara Button, I've sent you 2 sets of Fifth Amendment cop cards, so you need to contact me. I wrote out the envelope myself. Everybody in the chat knows that as soon as I just want to address Barbara Button real quick. Barbara, I've sent you 2 sets of Fifth Amendment cop cards. I mean, just so you know, so the people here, Jody, Mark, Gerald, and Terry, I got 4 orders today. As soon as this live is over, I grab an envelope from right here. This one has someone's information on it. I grab an envelope from right here. I put your Fifth Amendment cop cards in there and I mail them. Like the moment I leave here, I go directly to the post office and put these in the mail. So Barbara Button, you should have anybody orders anything from me during the live. I do the exact same thing. I put one of the driver, one of the non-driver in an envelope and I ship them to you right now without any delay. Everybody in the chat knows it. I don't wait. So if you haven't got your Fifth Amendment cop cards from me, the last batch I mailed off was day before yesterday. So those aren't going to be there just yet. But most of the Fifth Amendment cop cards should be in your mailbox by now. Everybody should have Fifth Amendment cop cards. If you ordered anything from me in the past week, you should have your Fifth Amendment cop cards. At the most on the Florida, it takes 5 days. Florida, New York, Connecticut, Maine, New Hampshire, it takes 5 days from here. But you guys order anything from me, I want to give you this. I sell these for $30, but they don't do me any good sitting here. I'm not helping anybody. I'm not saving anybody. I don't get to put on my cape and feel like I'm a hero. And I want to feel like a hero. I want to feel like I helped you. So you order anything. Yeah, shirts are coming. Shirts are coming. I put the order in already.
He didn't come towards you. He didn't touch you.
That won't be me, Riverside County Accountability. I'm on your side, man. I'm on your side.
He just came towards you, and he made you flinch. But he didn't touch you. Fucking liar. I already know those channels. Wouldn't be surprised if it's already going on right now. Code 4.
So they didn't arrest him, huh? They didn't arrest him.
Sheesh.
I mean, look at the body of work this guy's doing. I just want to. I mean, this is great. I'm super stoked that we get to see this. But check out Riverside Accountability. I mean, when I click on live, I mean, that's doing the work. I was just looking at this. Streamed 3 hours ago. Streamed 1 day 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 ago. Streamed 2 days ago. 3 days ago. 6 days ago. 6 days ago. 9 days ago. 10 days ago. 11 days ago. 12 days ago. I mean, look, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Look at the amount of work and by the way, real activists who are actual badasses, we can go live. If you can't go live on your audit, we know who can't go live on their audits. We know that. They can't go live on their audit because they have to show themselves backing down. That's what has to happen. That's what has to happen. Okay. Well, okay, I want to show you guys something now because I just uploaded this to the back end so that you guys could see exactly what happened yesterday at that city council meeting. So this is the frontward facing camera. I'll show you guys this one first, and then I'll show you what I was pointing my camera at the people on the city council, and so I want to show you guys that. Here's the video I tried to show you, but for some reason it doesn't work. So everybody get over to Riverside Accountability and subscribe to this guy's channel. I mean, he's a true freedom fighter. And this is the follow-up yesterday. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Here? Yes. Okay. How are you guys, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jose DeCastro. My friends call me Chille. I have a very popular channel on YouTube called Delete Laws. I only go to communities where people request me to come. I got dozens of phone calls because of Chief Brian Knox and this kind of public report on what happened at McDonald's the other day. It's an outright lie. None of this is true. The video doesn't match up with what Brian Knox released. When I talked to Brian earlier tonight, he said to me that use of force never looks good on camera. Well, why don't we change that use of force? We now live in a digital era. A lot of us, me included, if Mr. Knox said I was under arrest, I'll go with you. No need, especially when you go like this. If you don't come with me, you're going to get a felony. Okay, I'll go with you. When I suggested to Brian that we change it, he had no ears for it. And then when I said we can get rid of the torture cuffs in our community, in the activist community, we call handcuffs torture cuffs. We see most of these guys as our enemy. We literally see them, and I teach people to pull your camera out, start recording them right away. It's the most dangerous thing on the road for us, for individuals, are the police. They're terrifying. And the policies, procedures, and protocols which police have implemented using the 1989 case of Graham versus Connor are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. I've gone to dozens of city council meetings across the country. I've said to each and every one of them, be the leaders. Go to Velcro straps in the front with digital detainment. Why can't we get rid of the cage in the car? And for the love of God, when someone's sprayed with a chemical spray, why isn't immediately their eyes are rinsed out? I met a woman in Ironton, Ohio who has permanent eye damage because one of these guys sprayed her in the face with mace and then they left it on her until she got out of jail.
Every single person here should be going to their city council and submitting their own bill that says when you're sprayed with mace or a chemical spray, it has to be rinsed out of your face the moment you're detained. They're doing it to people all across the country. I've heard this story from 100 different people. They're macing you, then leaving you in the car with the mace in your eyes, in your hair, in your nostrils, even down the crack of your butt, down into your genitals, because it drips down and it burns, and they're not rinsing the chemical spray out of your face and out of your eyes.
Immediately, their eyes are rinsed out. I met a woman, when someone's sprayed with a chemical spray, why isn't immediately their eyes are rinsed out?
Why aren't they?
I met a woman in Ironton, Ohio who has permanent eye damage because one of these guys sprayed her in the face with mace and then they left it on her until she got out of jail. They didn't even rinse it off in jail. The policies, procedures, and protocols of these police, guys like this one over here, they're inhumane, brutal, and barbaric, and they don't match up with the digital era. All of your behavior changed the moment I pulled my camera out and started filming you. It's called the Hawthorne effect. I'm far beyond just some regular person. I'm a constitutional law scholar, and I studied sociology for 20 years. The policies, procedures, and protocols of the police departments in America are inhumane. You guys have a chance to change it. Why can't we go to Velcro straps? Why can't we go to Velcro straps? Why can't we go to a camera digital detainment? Why can't Brian even entertain it? I'll tell you why. The torture cuff companies have billion-dollar contracts with all the different places. This place is mostly Latino. Most of us Latinos, mi amo Jose Maria, we will comply.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
I wish you guys would do something. I've talked to dozens of y'all. None of y'all ever do anything. It's just always just look at me and say thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Next public comment.
So here's the conversation that I had.
Pounds. I had to cut sugar. I had to cut just
So
show what a coward, weakling Brian Knox is. Brian, you got to get healthy, bro. You look like shit. You really do. You look really unhealthy.
he looks unhealthy.
You're not training every morning. You're eating tons of flour and sugar. You look bad, Brian. You look real bad, dude. You look very unhealthy.
He does.
Just want to let you know, Brian, because I know you're watching this. You look very unhealthy. You look like listen, I got high blood pressure, dude. I had to lose 25 pounds. I had to cut sugar. I had to cut caffeine out of my diet. You're looking bad, bro.
He's looking bad.
Brian, are you really gonna duck? I'm a nationally known journalist, man. I'm giving you a chance to tell your side. Are you really gonna duck?
Oh, here he comes. Now listen to this. This is where he cites Supreme Court law, but he doesn't really understand it.
My name's ChilleDeCastro. More than willing to shake your hand. So
I gotta just say something real quick here. I don't like cops. I don't respect them. There's customaries in our culture where breaking bread, for example, and breaking bread with somebody and having a conversation over lunch or over dinner, the customaries of shaking somebody's hand. We actually, until we abolish these law enforcers and bring in rights protectors, we have to work with these jackboot thug pigs. So unfortunately, there's colloquialisms that we have to follow. And so I have to shake this guy's hand, and maybe the guy will call me and we'll actually have a talk about getting rid of the torture cuffs. It's not what I like to do. I'm just trying to follow the colloquialisms and the normalities of regular society, even though they don't.
My name's ChilleDeCastro.
Put his hand
More
out.
than willing to shake your hand. So this is a bullshit press release. I work for Delete Laws. I work for myself.
Okay.
I'm an independent journalist. I'm a constitutional law scholar. I got 4 active lawsuits right now against cops. Cops touch me, I sue them.
I hope I don't get sued right now.
I shook your hand like a man. But this is a bullshit press release.
According to you.
Okay, then help us.
I understand your position. I understand why you think those things.
Did I not just show on camera him hitting him with a stick with 2 hands?
I don't think you showed that,
Okay.
but you do understand what a police baton is, correct?
Why was he hitting him with the stick? The guy was on the ground on his
This thing
knees.
is under investigation. I'm not going to comment on the use of force by the officers right now. Okay, that would be inappropriate.
Are they suspended with pay?
For the process we have in place, do you understand that?
We're interrupting you. Go ahead.
Those processes also include disciplinary action if that is appropriate.
Right.
Now we are still investigating this. This will go to a second entity to also look over this, along with use of force experts. Do you understand that?
Is it a citizen review board?
No, it's not. We don't have that in place.
So then who's the second entity?
It'll be another law enforcement agency.
Another-
The district attorney.
So more cops.
Well,
More cops looking at it from a cop's point of view.
that's, if you understand anything about case law and how that works.
If I understand anything about case law, Brian, all I do is talk about it all day, every day. I research every day.
Understand it really well. I'm a constitutional law scholar.
Okay. So do you know what Graham v. Connor is?
Of course, 1989, DeThorne Graham arrested in 1984 for running around his car. They beat the shit out of
You
him.
understand the standard that this has to be judged by.
So the standard is the reasonable officer on the scene will determine the reasonable amount of force to be used. It's called objective reasonableness that the black robe tyrants created to give cops an excuse.
Sure, obviously, we're going to have a complete difference of.
You think the
opinion
Supreme
here.
Court's a good thing?
Well, of course, yes.
Now, why does he think that? Listen to it again.
So we're going to have a complete difference of.
You think the
opinion
Supreme
here.
Court's a good thing?
Well, of course, yes. That's what our Constitution and our laws is what this is.
Oh, I'm a textualist constitutionalist. I'm all for the Constitution. We didn't have officer safety until 1968 with Terry versus Ohio. For over 200 years, we never needed the term officer safety until blacks were freed in 1954, Brown versus Board of Education. Then it became about officer safety. So now you're telling me that Terry v. Ohio, extended into Graham versus Connor, is saying that your reasonable officer on the scene will determine the reasonable amount of force. But we saw on camera that Brandon,
You're misquoting that. It's not a reasonable officer on scene determining the reasonable amount of force.
that is the exact holding.
No. So
It's not?
Oh, it's not? Okay, let's take a look at it. The 1989 case of Graham versus Connor from 1984, actually. So if you can imagine what was happening in 1984, the facts of the case are on November 12th, 1984, DeThorne Graham, a diabetic, had insulin reaction while doing auto work at his home. He asked a friend, William Berry, to drive him to a convenience store in order to purchase some orange juice to counter the diabetic reaction. When they arrived at the store, Graham rapidly left the car, entered the store, and saw a line of 4 or 5 persons at the counter. Not wanting to wait in line, he quickly left the store and returned to Barry's car. Officer M.S. Connor, a Charlotte police officer, observed Graham entering and exiting the store unusually quickly. He followed the car and pulled it over using a Terry stop. They didn't put that in there. He said he exited the store unusually quickly, which in 1984, a black man leaving a store unusually quickly, man, must be a criminal. Graham, still suffering from an insulin reaction, exited the car and ran around it twice. Barry and Connor stopped Graham and sat him down on the curb. He soon passed out. When he revived, he was handcuffed and lying face down on the sidewalk. Several more pigs were present at this time. The officer picked up Graham, still torture cuffed, and placed him over the hood of Barry's car. Graham attempted to reach for his wallet to show his diabetic identification, and an officer shoved his head down into the hood and told him to shut up. The police then struggled to place Graham in the squad car over Graham's vigorous resistance. Officer Connor soon determined, however, that Graham had not committed. Oh, is that right? Is that what happened here? Here's a whitewashed version of history. Not at all. Officer Connor soon determined, however, that Graham had not committed a crime at the convenience store and returned him to his home. Graham sustained multiple injuries, including a broken foot, cracked ribs, and a cracked head. Why don't you say what it was? If he committed no crimes, then why does he have a broken foot, cracked ribs, and a cracked head? Graham filed a 1983 charge against Connor and other officers in the city of Charlotte, alleging his rights were violated by excessive force, unlawful assault, unlawful restraint constituting false imprisonment, and that the city of Charlotte improperly trained the pigs. The rehabilitation, in violation of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. I have not read that. I'm going to read that now. The city of Charlotte filed for a directed verdict, which the district court granted. Graham appealed the ruling and the use of excessive force, contended that the district court incorrectly applied a 4-part substantive due process test from Johnson versus Glick. So Johnson versus Glick strips your rights if you're in prison. They're using bad case law for more bad case law. Takes into account the officer's good faith effort. So a 4-part substantive due process test from Johnson versus Glick that takes into account officers' good faith efforts and whether they acted maliciously or sadistically. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? The officers' good faith efforts? What a load of shit. What a load of shit. There's no good. I've read it. I've read the 1973 Rehabilitation Act. I've already read it. The officer's good faith efforts and whether or not they acted maliciously and sadistically. It's a load of shit. I mean, just a total load of shit. He instead argued for a standard of objective reasonableness under the Fourth Amendment. The United States Court of Appeals, Fourth Circuit, rejected the argument, reasoning that concepts of good faith are relevant to determining the degree of force used. If affirmed, the directed verdict, holding that a reasonable jury could not have found in Graham's favor. 2 questions. 1, the constitutional questions. Must Graham show the police acted maliciously and sadistic for the very purpose of causing him harm to establish his claim that the Charlotte police use excessive force? No. 2, must Graham claim that law enforcement officials use excessive force to be examined under the Fourth Amendment objective reasonableness standard? Yes. And it's a unanimous decision. All the black robe tyrants agree. In a unanimous ruling written by William Rehnquist, the court held that claims of excessive force used by government officials are properly analyzed under the Fourth Amendment and not the Eighth Amendment of cruel and unusual punishment. So let me just explain something that they're not going to tell you in this. So DeThorne Graham sued, but he was suing for cruel and unusual punishment. In 1989, with one of the worst Supreme Courts in history, only comparable to maybe the Taney Court or the Pierce Court. I mean, absolutely disgusting. The Taft Court, horrifically bad. The Taney Court was really bad. The Roger Taney Court was absolutely horrific, but it wasn't even it was bad. But the Melvin Fuller Court, and Melvin Fuller Court's going to be from 1888 till 1910. That time period from 1888 to 1910 ruined our country. It ruined our country. So the argument that Graham was trying to make is that what these pigs did to me is an Eighth Amendment violation of cruel and unusual punishment. That's what he tried to do. And instead, Scalia, piece of shit he is, burning in hell right now. I hope the devil has his pitchfork up your ass, Scalia, you piece of garbage. You and Ginsburg both, I hope you're burning. Lying fraud tyrants. So they tried to say it was cruel and unusual punishment, but then the Supreme Court, remember what I said? They can just go, oh, no. It's properly analyzed. You know, you being beaten and broken is the Fourth Amendment standard of objective reasonableness. It is not. It is not. It is not. It is not. This is a lie. This is the Supreme Court lie. If you get beat by the cops, if you get beat by the police, that's not a reasonableness standard. If your foot is broken, your ribs are cracked, and your head is cracked open, That's not a Fourth Amendment reasonable standards. That's cruel and unusual punishment under the Eighth Amendment. They don't let you know that that's what he tried to file was cruel and unusual punishment. And they said, no, it's the wrong application. It's the Fourth Amendment, because the Fourth Amendment has a reasonableness test to it. If you say, hey, they broke my foot, cracked my ribs, and cracked my head open, that would be an Eighth Amendment. Cruel and unusual punishment. You have the right to be free from cruel and unusual punishment by the government. No. So they mentioned Johnson versus Glick earlier. So what they did in Johnson versus Glick right here, in Johnson versus Glick, they took away the Eighth Amendment and said that it would all be filed under the Fourth Amendment. Well, why'd they do that? Because the black robe tyrants are appointed to protect the government from liability. Johnson versus Glick, the standard they created was that excessive use of force would be judged under the reasonableness standard. The only way that the government can be charged with an Eighth Amendment violation of cruel and unusual punishment is if they go to court, you're found guilty, and then they sentence you to cruel and unusual punishment. You can't be treated with cruel and unusual punishment by a member of the state unless you're sentenced to that. Then you could fight for it. For example, the gallows or remember the thing, they stick your wrists in there and they lock them in, they lock your neck in, and then you sit in the sun for hours on end. If the government sentenced you to that, well, then that would be the Eighth Amendment of cruel and unusual punishment. I'm telling you, they made up shit. The Supreme Court made up shit. So that the cops beat you, it's not cruel and unusual punishment. It's a Fourth Amendment issue. It is not. They've twisted the Constitution, just like the Melvin P. Fuller Court did from 1888 till 1910. I'm going to give a full lecture on what Melvin P. Fuller did. You guys are going to see it and you're going to hear it. From child labor to unions to what they did for the railroad, what they did for J.D. Rockefeller, how they said that the 14th Amendment applied to liberty for what? The rich man. You can't unionize because then you're breaking the contract you had with the rich man. This is the Melvin P. Fuller Court. Sorry, I don't mean to get too far off, but I want you guys to actually 1954 Brown versus Board. So now we're back to here, and he had mentioned earlier Graham versus Connor, and I had to correct him and say the objective reasonableness standard. All for the Constitution. We didn't have officer safety until 1968 with Terry versus Ohio. For over 200 years, we never needed the term officer safety until blacks were freed in 1954, Brown versus Board of Education. Then it became about officer safety. So now you're telling me that Terry v. Ohio extended into Graham versus Connor is saying that your reasonable officer on the scene will determine the reasonable amount of force. But we saw on camera that Brandon. I didn't misquote it. You guys just saw it. That is the exact holding.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not?
Okay, then educate me.
We have to view this objectively.
Objective reasonableness.
Objective reasonableness. Right. Yes, so we have to view it under that, given the officer's experience and his training level.
And what he may believe happened before he got there.
So there's a lot of things going on.
Right.
And that's why we're looking at.
And who made that decision for us? Was that legislated? Did anybody vote on that? Did anybody vote that the cop would get to decide the reasonable amount of force, the objective reason? Did we ever go through legislation? Was that written by a congressman and signed into law by the president? No, it wasn't. It was a policy created by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has worked against us since the beginning. It has to be wiped out. The way it is now has got to be changed. It has to be changed. It's unbelievable to me.
This, and it has to be investigated. Per the laws of California, per
the Constitution.
Constitution.
Brandon Schenkel, though, showed up and said, "Hey, get over here." He didn't.
Like I said,
he didn't say he was being detained.
Like I said, I am not going to comment on any actions taken by the officers right now. That would be completely inappropriate, and it'd be violating their POBAR rights, police officer bill of rights under California.
Yeah, there's a police officer bill of rights here in California as well. I thought that was only in Missouri and in Tennessee. What is it? Government code. So there's a California government code 3300. Oh, you gave me some information. I appreciate that.
And that's what we have to go by. I can't just go off of, of what the crowd believes or what a clip believes or anything like that. I have to take all.
What is it?
Government code 3300.
Government code. So there's a California government code 3300. Oh, you gave me some information. I appreciate that.
And that's what we have to go by. I can't just go off of, of what the crowd believes or what a clip believes or anything like that. I have to take all the totality of these circumstances and look at that.
Cortez versus United States, 1981, creates the surrounding circumstances. So let me ask you this. Did you suspend the cop with pay
not going to talk about it
until we know. Because on camera, Brian, it looks bad. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, exactly. Okay, so
I'm here because
it does look bad. Okay?
He's beating him with a stick, and he tells the guy who's filming him.
Cameras regularly make the use of force look good.
Well,
can you name one situation that has ever looked good?
No, Brian, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Unfortunately, when the
Right.
officers have to use force, it has to be violent force in order to overcome the resistance.
Wow. Did you hear what he just said?
When the
Right.
officers have to use force, it has to be violent force in order to overcome the resistance.
See, they all believe, every one of them believe that a little bit of violence is perfectly fine. That violence is perfectly okay.
And that's unfortunate, but that is the way we do police work.
No, that's not how you could do a camera, dude. Back up.
It doesn't look good on camera, Brian, is because the policies, procedures, and protocols that you guys have agreed to put on the American people. Without that use of policy, procedure, and protocol, and it's always going to look bad on camera as long as you have that policy, procedure, and protocol that you get to beat us with sticks. If it was, I'm going to stand back and film a stick. What about a camera? Well, couldn't he just step back and say, do whatever you want? You're on camera.
How would that work with taking somebody into custody?
You don't have to take him into custody. He chased him out the door for no reason.
That's the whole thing. You don't have to take people into custody. We don't have to be dragging everybody off to a dungeon. Most of us want a society based on law and order, rule of law, that your mother's not going to get ran down on the street because someone's doing 90 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Most of us agree to that. Most of us agree that you shouldn't be running around punching people in the face. We all agree to that. He didn't give it a chance. Listen to what I said here and listen to his response.
Stand back and film that you get to beat us with sticks. If it was, I'm going to stand back and film.
Their policy is they get to hit us with sticks. I say the policy be film. There's going to be people that have to be tackled by multiple people. I know that. The majority of us, though, once you're on camera and the phone's being pointed at you and you say, you got to come with me. The judge is watching. You're going to get charged with a felony, man. Do you want to come? Not going to do anything. I'm going to wait for you. If you leave, I'm just going to follow you, but I'm not going to touch you. But Brian can't hear that.
A stick? What about a camera? Well, couldn't he just step back and say, do whatever you want? You're on camera.
How would that work?
How would that work?
You don't have to take him into custody. He chased him out the door for no
You don't have to take him into custody.
reason. He chased him out the door.
According to your view, it was no reason.
But why did you chase him out the door?
Okay, like I said, I'm not going to comment on that.
Right.
You understand that?
Well, Brian, what I've been trying to get police to
So you wanna
understand.
talk about the policies and everything that have been in place.
No.
Those policies are based on the
Are-
laws of the United States and the laws of California.
No,
No, they're made up by Earl Warren and Freemasons. They're not made up by the people. It's created by people who are unelected from the Supreme Court. We never voted for this. We never agreed to be treated this way. This is not the social contract. This is bullshit.
your policies are created by you. The governor could change them. The policies that you use.
Change it, sir? I cannot change it.
You actually, aren't you the chief of this department?
I can make them more restrictive than California law, but I have to go by California
You
law.
can change the policies here. You are the chief here. You can change them. You can change detainment policies. You can change arresting policies. You can change use of force policy. You have a ton of power. I know what your
My
powers
power-
are.
Yes, so my power is also, I have to use this as objective reasonableness. I have to look at this.
No, he does not. He's lying. He can literally say, we're no longer going to use torture cuffs. We're going to use Velcro straps. He could literally say that tomorrow.
As a third party, right? I have to look back and go, okay, what happened?
You're not a third party. You work with the same pigs who are doing the abusing.
What led up to this? What action did they take? Okay.
Right.
What led up to it was Brandon Schenkel freaking out because he called a guy over and he didn't go running over to him.
Now, if a policy change is needed in the future, then we'll make that policy change. But I will not talk.
You don't have to talk about the case, Brian, but the policies, procedures, and protocols you guys have created as standard are barbaric, brutal, and inhumane. If we change those policies, it won't look bad on camera anymore.
Hold on a second. So you're talking about the policies, but you're also
Yeah.
talking about the use of force that is known and has been developed through
By a racist Supreme Court.
Okay, so-
It's a fact, sir. It's a fact. I'm not a liberal. I'm a conservative. Okay, I don't live in some liberal fantasy. No, I'm talking.
I can't do anything about
It's
that.
not
I have to live
semantics.
I have to live in.
So it was also said on the Supreme Court, this is just word semantics. No, it's not word semantics. It is not. It is not word semantics.
The reality that I am now. And I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about you changing the policies. You are the chief here. You can change the policies. For example, you don't have to put people in cuffs behind their back. You could use Velcro straps and put it right there in front of them. Why do we keep using these? Because you have multi-billion-dollar contracts with the torture cuff company. But the way, I don't have any bill. But the way that we see it, the term torture cuff is all across the internet. Because I've never heard of the word torture cuff until right now. Now you've heard it. And now you understand. If you put those on me for 5 minutes, they're torture. So for 31 years, you've been torturing people. And I'm the first one who has the cojones to walk up and tell you, then let me put them on you cop style. Sir, if it is a violation of constitutional law to use these, then by now it would have been.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because an unelected Supreme Court of black robe tyrants created the policies and procedures we live under today. One governor could change the entire state. One governor. He's sitting here, and to him, it's so foreign that you would just step back and film and say, you're going to come with me. You can do what you want, but I'm not going to leave your side till you come with me. You could literally be just like this. You got to come with me, dude. Everything I'm going to show the judge. What do you want to do, man? You're going to get more charges. I don't want to see you get charged with more things. I'm telling you right now, you got to come with me. What do you want to do, man? You can go running off, but you got to come with me. You go running off, we're going to put your face all over social media and we're going to find you. And then it's going to be worse. Then they're going to come with the chains and the guns and the whole thing. What do you want to do? 99% of us will go. 99%.
No, why wouldn't they? How come they wouldn't? Tell you. So for 31 years, you've been torturing people. And I'm the first one who has the cojones to walk up and tell you, then let me put them on you cop style. Sir, if it is a violation of constitutional law to use these, then by now it would have been. No, why wouldn't they? How come they wouldn't? Why wouldn't they? Because who's in charge? The people who are appointed. Okay, and so here we go again, appointed. With the constitutional and yeah, I'm all. But you can change the policy. You don't have to use torture cuffs here. I will not change that policy.
There it is, right there.
We can't even have a discussion about new detainment procedures. Make sure that I use the correct techniques and training.
Oh, what a bunch of shit.
But they're not correct. To keep my officers safe. Brian,
oh, you see that? Did you hear it? There it is.
We can't even have a discussion about new detainment procedures.
Make sure that I use the correct techniques and training.
But they're not correct.
To keep my officers safe.
Brian.
So it's only about officer safety because of Terry versus Ohio. This dunce cap pig, probably born in, probably my age, probably 50 years old, probably born in the 70s, probably born after, maybe 65, but born right around Terry versus Ohio. He's been brought up in a system that teaches him about officer safety first. It's completely and fundamentally wrong.
You said it never looks good on camera. That's what you said. You're right. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. It looks bad.
The use of force, and unfortunately, there are law violators out there who do not want to comply with it.
There are, Brian. There are people who need to be shot, to be taken into custody because they won't give up. They're gonna go to the death. There's some who do suicide by cop. I just saw one the other day. Okay, I'm not saying there's not bad people. What I'm saying is the bulk of us, 90% of us, once a peace officer says, you have to come with me, I'm going to put you on camera, but I'm not going to touch you. You want to run off? Your face is recognized. I'm going to put on social media that you ran. You're going to get a felony. Do you want to get in the back of the car? But I'm just saying that policy, procedure, and protocol will look great on camera. You want to run off, honey? Go ahead and run off. Why can't we do that? We're moving into a digital era. I know it's foreign for you, but now there's cameras everywhere.
Cameras many times.
Right.
Correct. And
listen, when the cops are exonerated, happy to see that someone is not being wrongly accused of something.
I don't know if you take the same kind of action in chasing criminals.
Oh, God. You don't, Brian. You don't. You don't take the same kind of action in chasing criminals. You focus on pulling people over, giving the middle class tickets. There's people sleeping in a God-blessed tent on the side of the road, banging their chick right on the side of the road as they shoot up meth. You're not worried about chasing down criminals. You're worried about making money, Brian. The torture cuff company, they can't have you get rid of the torture cuffs because it's a multi-billion-dollar contract. It has nothing to do with our safety. It has to do with officer safety, which is fundamentally false. The Constitution doesn't say a God-blessed word about officer safety. This guy's a jackboot thug pig. Really. full on jackboot thug pig tyrant. You're looking at it.
Are you kidding me? I'm not for crime. I'm for solving crime. But if you actually use a decentralized drone system, you could solve crime.
Is that correct?
I know what I saw.
Now he's being condescending. You hear him being condescending?
Decentralized drone system, you could solve crime.
Is that correct?
I know what I saw. I know the brutality of the police outweighed what we saw with the crime that people committed. And then it was horrible. Dude,
I say police brutality and he says less lethal. We now have alternative facts. He can just make up any facts he wants. You say police brutality, I say less lethal. What a piece of shit this guy is. You wonder why you're going to burn in hell, Brian? You're going to burn in hell, bro.
He used a baton like a baseball bat and beat the guy.
Use a baton, sir. Have you ever used a baton? Have you been trained to use a baton?
Oh my Lord. I would not hit people with a baton.
Okay, so
but there's way to take people into custody. So you're just telling me things and you're not hearing what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is there's a thing called the Hawthorne effect. Once you realize you're on camera, your behavior changes. Why can't we move to a more reach to a more humane society?
Okay, I wish you continue this. I have another minute.
I'm more than willing to come back.
Thank you.
Will you set an appointment with me and I'll come back and talk with you? If you notice, I'm not a devil. I'm not evil. I'm not just swinging and yelling.
And this guy came in to save him. We got to go, Brian. We got to talk.
Thanks for your time, Brian.
Piece of shit.
Closing down?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Only go to community. Okay. How are you guys, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jose DeCastro. My friends call me Chille. I have a very popular channel on YouTube called Delete Laws.
Next to the pig.
I only go to communities where people request me to come. I got dozens of phone calls because of Chief Brian Knox and this kind of public report on what happened at McDonald's the other day. It's an outright lie. None of this is true. The video doesn't match up with what Brian Knox released. When I talked to Brian earlier tonight, he said to me that use of force never looks good on camera. Well, why don't we change that use of force? We now live in a digital era. A lot of us, me included, if Mr. Knox said I was under arrest, I'll go with you. No need, especially when you go like this. If you don't come with me, you're gonna get a felony. Okay, I'll go with you. When I suggested to Brian that we change it, he had no ears for it. And then when I said we can get rid of the torture cuffs in our community, in the activist community, we call handcuffs torture cuffs. We see most of these guys as our enemy. We literally see them, and I teach people to pull your camera out, start recording them right away. It's the most dangerous thing on the road for us, for individuals, are the police. They're terrifying. And the policies, procedures, and protocols which police have implemented using the 1989 case of Graham versus Connor are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. I've gone to dozens of city council meetings across the country. I've said to each and every one of them, be the leaders. Go to Velcro straps in the front with digital detainment. Why can't we get rid of the cage in the car? And for the love of God, when someone's sprayed with a chemical spray, why isn't immediately their eyes are rinsed out? I met a woman in Ironton, Ohio who has permanent eye damage because one of these guys sprayed her in the face with mace and then they left it on her until she got out of jail. They didn't rinse it off in jail. The policies, procedures, and protocols of these police, guys like Brian, guys like this one over here, they're inhumane, brutal, and barbaric, and they don't match up with the digital era. All of your behavior changed the moment I pulled my camera out and started filming you. It's called the Hawthorne effect. I'm far beyond just some regular person.
I learned that from Press with Rancor.
Constitutional law scholar, and I studied sociology for 20 years. The policies, procedures, and protocols of the police departments in America are inhumane. You guys have a chance to change it. Why can't we go to Velcro straps? Why can't we go to Velcro straps? Why can't we go to a camera digital detainment? Why can't Brian even entertain it? I'll tell you why. The torture cuff companies have billion-dollar contracts with all the different places. This place is mostly Latino. Most of us Latinos, mi amo Jose Maria, we will comply.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
I wish you guys would do something.
Every day.
I've talked to dozens of y'all. None of you ever do anything. It's just always just look at me and say thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Yep.
I mean, look how many people don't care. I mean, look at the room. So these guys decide the policies and procedures, the city council does, and take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 people there. 7 people there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I literally am going to, okay. Listen, I want to give these away to you guys. Fifth Amendment cop cards. Go to my website right now, deletelaws.com. Get anything from my website. I'll mail you both of these Fifth Amendment cop cards. I want you to get a trifold in your car. I want you to have this in your car up in your visor. If you buy one of these, they're $30. I'm going to send you the PDF. So if you lose it, you can print it out again. And if you get a trifold, even the $9 one you print at home, I'm going to send you the Fifth Amendment cop card for free as soon as this live stream is over. As soon as this live stream is over, I'll send you the Fifth Amendment cop card, driver and non-driver. It's a step-by-step tutorial. Go to my website right now. I'm only doing it during my live stream. Go to my website right now. Get anything from deletelaws.com with a Z, and I will send you my Fifth Amendment cop cards for free. Yeah, Barbara, I'll give you a call after the live stream. Find out what happened to your mailing address, because I've already sent you 2 envelopes with these. One I sent 2.5 weeks ago, Barbara, and I sent the other one over a week ago. You should have the Fifth Amendment cop cards by now. Everybody in the chat already has their Fifth Amendment cop cards. It's just tough to watch this. Thanks for coming by, Star Watcher. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming by. Thanks a lot. Really means a lot. I really appreciate you coming by. I'm just frustrated right now with what we're seeing here, that there's just so many people who just don't give a rip about changing anything. And that's the part that just really has me kind of just so frustrated, like up in arms. You know, it's just so frustrating. What does that say? It says an emergency. I guess I didn't get it. I missed it. I guess I didn't get it. It's just so unbelievable to me what we're seeing. You know, it's just so frustrating. There's nobody there. So let's check this out. This one is a little old, but let's see what happens here. This should be great. This should be really great. You absolutely do, Rob. You absolutely do. The cops asked you, what's your biggest complaint?
Under the speed limit when the roads are dry and the traffic is light and they come to a full and complete stop before they make a right turn.
Follow too closely.
Tailgating.
Spoke with folks about their biggest complaints of other drivers. We found a few recurring themes. Safety is a big concern, and one of the most dangerous things that drivers can do on the road is follow too closely.
So they're saving people by pulling people over for following too closely?
Sergeant Tony Moore with the Salem Police Traffic Unit. We're out here on Highway 22 West today in West Salem, working an enforcement project in partnership with the Oregon Department of Transportation. They've provided some funding for overtime enforcement of speed and following distance enforcement. What we're looking for are people going obviously above the speed limit, but also tailgating, or as it's technically called, following too close. Most people just don't realize how much distance they need to leave between vehicles.
What a load of shit. This is propaganda, pure and outright propaganda as to why they get to pull you over for following too close. Load of shit. Not listening to that garbage. So he downshifted, but he's still behind these 2 slow cars, so he's not speeding. Cop flips a U-turn for the engine revving. I got you, Paul. Your order, Paul. I'm going to send you the free Fifth Amendment cop cards. Michael, I got you. Michael G. I'm going to send you the Fifth Amendment cop cards for free. Cruise control for a good mile. Then I turned into AutoZone, and then he flips his lights on. I mean, he's surprised by this. Is anybody surprised? Put a 1 in the chat if you're not surprised at all. What's going on, amigo?
Getting pulled over for no reason.
No, you're getting pulled over because the cop doesn't like.
I don't know why I'm getting pulled over now.
Let's see if he's going to do it properly. What's the first thing he should do? He should invoke his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Trifold should be on the visor. Right above that square is the visor. You see that? It should be on the visor right there. There should be, he should have the broccoli wad rubber band. It should be on his visor. I include the broccoli wad rubber band with your trifold so that I know you have it on your visor. I say this all the time, but it's just so true. I don't have to include a rubber band in an envelope. I do it specifically so I know that there's no excuse. You got the broccoli wad rubber band. Your license, registration, and proof of insurance go inside of the trifold just like that. Registration, driver's license on the other side is my proof of insurance, my current proof of insurance. It all goes in the broccoli wad rubber band. He doesn't have his camera out. His hands are below the steering wheel. You're going to die. You want to die. These cops want... Put a 1 in the chat if you know the cops want to shoot you. They want to shoot you. Your hands go like this at a touchdown position. Everything's in your broccoli wad rubber band, license, registration, proof of insurance. Cop says anything to me, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I say Fifth Amendment, I invoke my right to remain silent. I say the words at the top. I say the words in the yellow. I say the words in the white. That's the first thing I do. That's how you do it. You can't, I mean, look at his hand position. He's wearing dark glasses, wearing a hat. What's he thinking here? He's thinking about dying.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Now he puts his hands up.
Not too bad. How you doing? Good.
Why do you care how he's doing? Don't, who cares?
Okay. What's going to stop you is, sounds like you have some sort of issue going on with your muffler. Okay. No. Windows. Can't have your plugs in. And you got some lights broken on your car. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh no, total goof, total mess up. He should not have said any of that. You don't apologize.
Where you come from, man? Work?
Don't answer that. Oh my God.
El Segundo.
Why are you telling him where you work? You want cops to know where you work?
Okay. Long drive. You have your license on you? Yeah. Okay, cool. Can I see your license, please? Okay. Thank you. It's in my pocket right here. Go ahead, man.
Man, I'm glad we watched this. This is a blunder from beginning to end. It says on the trifold, don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I've been. If I've been drinking, if I have a gun, I'll take no tests, no searches or seizures. Use the address on my ID. I'll give no additional information. Everything I need to provide is in the slip that you took the time to create. I took the time to give you the broccoli wad rubber band in with your order. Why do you think I did it? I didn't do it so that you wouldn't have it all up here. This elbow goes in the seat next to you, or you just hold it up. You just hold it. You do not put your hands below the steering wheel when you got to, this camera goes up and it's filming. It's filming. I'm filming myself. I don't want anything happens to me. I want you to see it. I want you to see it.
So what's wrong with your muffler? Why is it making that sound? It's just a loud muffler. Can I put it apart? There we go. It's a loud muffler. Yeah, it's a stock muffler. I've never seen a Camry sound like that. For real, it's a muffler I actually bought from here. Or muffler. I put it on myself. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Hang on a second, okay? All right, I'll agree with this. Here's the deal. Yeah. Since you live in the city, I'll probably be seeing your car around here. Yeah, you see me all the time. I've been out here. So it's hard to miss. Yeah. So I'm fine with you driving to El Segundo, do whatever you gotta do, but you gotta fix your lights and stuff, okay? What's wrong with it? Just a red tape over it. You can't have that. You gotta fix the whole assembly. Even though the light bulb works? You're missing a light bulb. The light bulb works. It works. Well, that's weird because the right side, all those light bulbs work, but on the left side, they don't. Okay? Regardless, you need to fix the whole assembly. Okay? Red tape doesn't cut it for doing that stuff on your lights. You gotta fix the whole thing. Okay? I'll give you some time and stuff, but if I see you again driving around the car in a couple months and stuff like that, then I will issue you a citation at that point. Okay, man? All right. What I can do now, it's up to you, man. No, it's okay. Okay, cool. All right. All right. All right, thanks. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you around.
Thanks. I'm so sorry. Let's go back and listen to this again. I just want to hear the breakdown here.
Here it is. Here's the deal. Yeah. Since you live in the city, I'll probably be seeing your car around here. Yeah, you see me all the time. I've been out here. So it's hard to miss. Yeah. So I'm fine with you driving to El Segundo, do whatever you gotta do, but you gotta fix your lights and stuff, okay? What's wrong with it? Just a red tape over it. You can't have that. You gotta fix the whole assembly. Even though the light bulb works? You're missing a light bulb. The light bulb works. It works. Well, that's weird because the right side, all those light bulbs work, but on the left side, they don't. Okay? Regardless, you need to fix the whole assembly. Okay? Red tape doesn't cut it for doing that stuff on your lights. You gotta fix the whole thing. Okay? I'll give you some time and stuff, but if I see you again driving around the car in a couple months and stuff like that, then I will issue you a citation at that point. Okay, man? All right. What I can do now, it's up to you, man. No, it's okay. Okay, cool. All right. All right. All right, thanks. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you around.
So as much as it sucks to make this announcement, I'm afraid I have to make an announcement. I used to have an assistant who has stolen possession of my merch store on YouTube. So until I get my merch store on YouTube squared away, please don't order anything from my merch store because someone's stealing my money. The guy's stealing my money is what he's doing. And I'll take action on it, but it just takes time to take action. The wheels of justice take a long time, but eventually I will. So don't buy anything from my merch store. I don't have control of it. I paid a guy off to get my stuff back, and he stole all my things. He still has my email addresses. He stole all my stuff. And if you see there's a Facebook thing going in here where they're saying go to the merch store and get a t-shirt. That's my ex-assistant who has control of my merch store and is actively stealing from me. I have to tell you guys, I'm not going to hide anything from anybody. I'm just going to say out loud what's happening. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So yeah, just make sure you guys go to my website, deletelaws.com. Apparently my merch store is compromised. I haven't gotten into my merch store since the transition October 18th, but apparently this guy has control of my merch store. He's still putting comments in here. He has control of my Facebook page, which is mine, and he's actively putting comments in the thread. If you see a Facebook says Delete Laws Facebook in the comment section, that's not me. That's my ex-assistant who took control over my accounts and won't give them back. I paid him $1,600 to pay him off, even though he was embezzling me. I just wanted to pay him off and move on, but he still has my merch store. There was over $300 or $400 in there. So I will call and I'll make a police report for theft and I'll press charges against him. That's what I'll do. I don't have a choice. You have no choice. I mean, there's going to be people who are grifters that steal from you, that want to ride your coattails. And that's exactly what's happening to me right now. Literally, I'm seeing in the comment section, my ex-assistant is leaving comments, go to the merch store, go to the merch store. And now, yeah. And now I just got a notice saying we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook, and it's possible the stream was ended or deleted by Facebook. We keep trying to let you know if it's resolved. Please check Facebook to ensure the stream looks okay. If this continues for a while, try creating a new live stream or just remove the destination from the stream and re-add it. I'm going to call the police and press charges for stealing my money from, because now there's a record of the theft, and you guys can see from the comments here. It's just, I don't have a choice. So what choice do I have? Go there, do something stupid, hire people, do something stupid. You just can't do anything stupid. So what I'll do is I'll just follow the paper trail, because there was literally hundreds of dollars in the Teespring store that my ex-assistant has stolen from me. It's mine. It's in my name. So it's been stolen, and that's what's happening. It's pretty sad. I mean, it's pretty sad. The guy's leaving comments in here. I mean, actively stealing from me, putting things up on a merch store that's my merch store, and he has access to it and is stealing from me, which just goes to show I would not steal from anybody. I don't understand why it's happening, but there's nothing I can do about it. Is Facebook still streaming? I hope. It looks like, I'm not sure if Facebook's still streaming or not. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. I don't have any choice at this point. I mean, I paid this dude off to go. He just, there's nothing. I told him this would go this way, and he is stealing. It's crazy to me that someone would like openly steal, you know, trying to get you to go to the merch store to spend money so that he can steal it from the merch store. That's what he's doing right now. That's what's happening right now. I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm not going to allow people to embezzle me and behave the way they do. I'm just going to say it out loud. What's happening? So you can still see me on Facebook. Okay. Well, yeah, it's just what's happening. And I just sent the guy a text message and said, why are you in my live stream using my account? Clearly, Facebook is my account. It's just unbelievable to me. It's just unbelievable to me. And the people and friends that he made here, he's burning those bridges. And I just don't really understand. It's just, appreciate that, Lenny. Appreciate that. I can't let it get to me. I just have to keep doing what I'm doing and just stay focused on. So let me announce a few people who I'm sending Fifth Amendment cop cards to. So Zachary L, I'm sending you Fifth Amendment cop cards for free. Michael G, Paul H, I believe it's Benny H, Jody M. All y'all are getting free Fifth Amendment cop cards. And then Terry M. And then I think that was the last one. It's only a few orders today, but that's okay. That's okay. I want to get these to as many people as I possibly can. These don't do me any good sitting right here. They do me no good sitting here. They do good in your wallet. They do good in your car, in your visor, so that you have them. So that you have them. That's what truly matters the most, is that you have these things. If you don't have these things, then it doesn't do us any good. And we're so this guy has a rant right here that I wanted to share with you guys.
So this RPD car cruiser has been following me now for several blocks. Just turned off to the side. I don't know if you got to see it there, but they do that a lot. They basically what will happen, and they do this to everybody. They probably have done it to you guys. Basically what happens is, most people don't realize a police officer will get behind you and just making sure it turned. Yep. A police officer will get behind you and basically they won't stop you right away, but follow you for a while. And that's giving them time. You don't know it, but while you're driving, and while you see them in your rearview mirror and you're wondering, like, what's up? Why are they following me so close? Or why are they following me for, why have they been following me for a while? You don't know it, but they're running your plate. And see, that's that above the law mentality of the shit they get away with. They could run your plate just because They don't like the color of your car. I mean, literally. That is the power that we as a society have given law enforcement officers. In addition to the power to kill, the power to restrict your freedom, the power to kidnap you, right? The power to falsely arrest you.
Yeah.
So that is another power that we have given them, that many times they abuse. So here's what I think happened. I'm going to tell you right now what I think happened. What I believe happened is this.
See, look at him, how he has to check around everything looking for cops.
It happens all the time to me. I just don't really post the videos, but I have several videos like this, because what happens is two things. Either my camera is always recording, or if it's not, which usually it is again, but if it's not, I always hit record anytime I see a law enforcement vehicle around. So we open this window here, get a little breeze in here. So what I think happened is this. He or she, I couldn't tell if it was a male or a female officer, but it was Rochester, New York police. In fact, to be honest, at one point they were so close to my bumper that I couldn't even see the cruiser number. Usually they have a cruiser number on the front and back. Excuse me. So, right about that point, when I saw him so close, that's when I started recording.
Yeah, you start recording.
And what
you start recording the moment you see them, the moment you see the cops.
Thing happened is this: if they didn't recognize my vehicle initially, what happens often is that when they run the plate, obviously the plate's going to come back to me and my name. As soon as they hear that name, it's, usually, it's, let me turn off. They turn off, or they turn away, or they turn around, or they pull to the side. And once they realize who it is that they're following. So, but next time it happens to you, and you see a police officer following you for a while, what they're doing all that time is running your plate, running your information, which, again, they can do for whatever reason they want, simply because they feel like it. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Wow, there it is. There it is right there. But what he doesn't understand is that there is protection for you. You have to have a trifold. You have to be ready to go. You got to be ready to go. So let me share more stuff with you here. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick so I have it. So I'll show you guys. I took a screenshot of it, and I'll just put it on video so I have a video of it as well. So this right here, November 13th, new series, American Patriot, pre-order from my merch store. Do you guys see what I'm looking at right here? I didn't make this. I didn't do this. So this is a promo to go to my merch store and buy stuff from my merch store right here. Do you see it? Do you see this right here? This is, I didn't put this here. I didn't put this comment here 2 weeks ago. This is someone embezzling money. Go to the merch store and buy something, and then they're taking the money. I haven't checked the merch store since I fired the assistant. And they're putting things up to when the day comes so that they can steal money. That's what's happening right now. Like, I didn't put that together. I didn't put this promo together. See this right here? I didn't do this. You see this right here, November 14th, get the trifold in my merch store. This is just, I'm taking screenshots of this because I'm going to call the police and press charges. I didn't do that. I didn't put this up right here. I didn't put this up 16 minutes ago. I didn't publish this. Wow, this dude's really, he really stepped over the line here. Finally, I can get him legally. I didn't put this up 17 minutes ago. So you guys know I was live 17 minutes ago. That's embezzlement. I just got a screenshot of it from our merch store. Let's see what the merch store goes to. Here's what I can see when I go to the merch store. Wow. Look at all this stuff that I didn't put a free Charlie jacket in here. I didn't do that. I didn't do any of this. This is just someone trying to steal from me. I didn't put that up. These are all, this guy's just literally trying to steal money. How horrible. How horrible. No, when you go to the merch store on YouTube, you put your credit card information into the YouTube. They're the one who takes your credit card, but apparently he has access to get the money out of the merch store because I haven't pulled any money out of the merch store since October 18th. So pretty sad. Pretty sad. Pretty pathetic, dude. Really. I mean, those products have been created over the past few days and I don't have control over that. So don't get anything from my merch store. I'm going to have to go on there and yeah, it's just my the angry vet, my ex-assistant has control of my merch store and has access to my Facebook page and he's been stealing from me, putting up things, to get people to order from the merch store. He's been stealing the money out of there. So I have the proof now. Now that's what I needed was the proof. And now there's an actual criminal charge that I have to press. It's not what I want to do, but I don't really have much of a choice at this point. Coming into my live and promoting as me, go to my merch store. That's I got screenshots of it. So that's just what I'll do. I'll have to do it. Yep. It's not what I want to do. I have no choice. So, all right, listen, I'm going to get the flock out of here. I've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I would stay a little longer, but I'm going to, I got to deal with a couple things, I guess. So, it's just people who are bad people. Yeah, you'll still get your order if it's sent there. Yeah, of course you'll still get it, but that money doesn't go to me. It goes to my ex-assistant who has control of my merch store. It's funny because they contacted me a couple of weeks ago and I was like, oh, I'm just going to let it stack up and maybe there'll be like a $500 or $600 payoff or something. If I just don't look at it for a month or so, then I'll come back and look at it. Maybe there'll be like $500 or something in there. And so I was like, I'm just going to wait until around Christmas time and then I'll pull that money out for Christmas and I'll spend it on Christmas presents. That was what's in my head. Don't look at it because if you don't look at, incoming funds and I just leave them there, then on Christmas, then I'll go back and I'll pull that money out for Christmas. And I'll spend it on Christmas presents for the kids. And so, all right, listen, Avery, good to see you guys. Avery Flowers, good to see you. Chevy, Paul Hatton, what's going on? Lenny, good to see you, my friend. Good to see everybody. Gloria, how are you? Liberty Blair 2. Did you have to create a new account, Liberty? Is that what happened? Oh, you got your Fifth Amendment cop cards today? Right on. Thanks, Jet. I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Jen, you probably bought a bundle package. Did you get it from my Jen? If you bought something from my from my merch store on YouTube, can you send me an email? Anybody who got anything from my merch store from October 18th till now, can you please contact me? Shoot me an email, send me the long order number you got. I'm going to take your order numbers. I'm going to look through there and I'm going to turn them in as part of the police report, because I'm not going to be embezzled by this dude. I mean, I guess I am being embezzled, but there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, you got your cards today? I'm so super happy to hear that. Come here, Charlie. Come here. Come on. Come on, little bear. Come on. 1, 2, 3. There you go, little bear. There's the little bear. There he is. 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 You want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Say hello. All right, let me finish this. All righty. Yeah, I know it's not right. It's not right. I wouldn't do that to somebody else. Sorry about that. I hate to be thrown off track on this, but I got to do some things. It's Friday too, so I'll be handcuffed till Monday, but I'm distracted, so I'm going to get the flock out here. I don't waste your time. Go to my website over the next hour. Go to Delete Laws. Don't go to the merch store, and I'll send you a free Fifth Amendment cop card if you order anything from my website over the next hour. It's 5 p.m. now here on the West Coast, so over the next hour, I will send you everything I sell for free via email, and then I'll send you the Fifth Amendment cop card in the mail for free. Cool. All right, listen, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Really appreciate it. What's the matter, you? Dub Webbs, what's going on? Good to see you. DJ Smith, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks, Slum Park. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, Gators.